Hello everybody, I'm new to the NUI forum and I've decided to build a multi-touch surface like so many of the beginners on the website. So I thought I would do good to document how things are going and my process, just from looking at forum posts and taking a look at the tutorials and stuff on YouTube. Kind of show how I've struggled through and kind of figured things out on my own, and from some help with some of the more prominent members of the NUI group forum community. It's going to be a pretty big adventure and I'm just kind of getting started. So I've got most of my materials, so I thought I would take a look at what I've got to get started, and maybe that will help somebody else out. So here we go. Alright, so for starters, I'm going to build an FTIR surface. So what I've got here is I've got some drafting vellum I picked up at Staples. It cost me 20 bucks for this roll. It's 5 yards long by 1 yard, so that should be good. That should give me 5 or 6 sheets. I've got some GE silicone. I'm just going to try these out. The green one is silicone 2 and the red one is silicone 1. I've heard there's some additives in silicone 2, but that it might dry and cure a little better to be less tacky once the silicone's cured. I'm going to try them both. There's different formulas for like whether you're doing bathroom plumbing or windows, that kind of thing. So for this one I picked up it's French kitchen bath plumbing, silicone 1, and for this one it was gutter and flashing. I just kind of looked at where, you probably can't read it on here, right there it says adheres to most aluminum, stainless steel, wood, masonry, brick, concrete, painted surfaces, vinyl and plastic. It said vinyl, so I thought a lot of guys use vinyl for a projection surface, so I picked that. And then of course the xylene for diluting it for the tinkering method on the vellum paper. Next thing I got was a PS3i, which was actually difficult to find because everybody's trying to sell them with Move systems, and I don't care to have a Move. I've got a PS3, but I mean, I've got a Wii and a Kinect. I don't really see the point of getting PlayStation Move, so it actually was difficult to find just a PS3 iCam. And it turns out, I didn't realize it, that there's two different kinds, and so trying to gouge out the IR lens was a horrible failure for me. But luckily on Pope Productions they offer the proper OEM lens as a replacement, and I bought a couple so that I can play around with different filters and stuff like that. So I've already ripped it apart, and there's a good video, I'll link to it, on how to do that. So I've actually kind of already started there on that, so really the only thing left that I need is the replacement lens then I'll have every component I need to get going. Let's see what else. Got my little disc for a visible light filter. Anyway, let's see, I picked up some foam rollers for rolling on my compliant surface. I don't have the actual roller down here, but Dollarama, you buy a packet like that with 3-4 rollers and the actual wand to hold them for like $1, $2. Anyway, I ordered some LEDs from Avnet. Be very careful if you order from them with your shipping. I am not joking. I ordered this bag and this bag, and combined, because there are 2 separate orders, the shipping turned out to be about $200. I'm currently fighting with them about that. Hopefully that's gonna have a happy ending. Anyway, here I got some Osram SFH 4550 infrared LEDs. I ordered these by mistake They're better for LED light plane type of setups because of the narrow focus angle on them. But they might be useful. Maybe if I build another touch surface in the future, I will be able to use them, or maybe I can sell them to a friend or something who wants one. So I went and I got instead the Osram, I can't remember what these ones are called, the SFH 485p or something like that. A little smaller, but these ones are supposed to work really well. They're not top of the line, but I mean, the difference in 35 cents in LED versus like 75 cents, I went with these because we got over 100 of them here. What else have I got here? I got some drills, drill bits for drilling the frame, because I got this aluminum L frame. It's just an aluminum, what do they call it? Aluminum angles. I used to work at a steel yard, so I call it angle iron. But I found this at Home Depot. They were about $6 a piece. So I got 4 of them. They're 3 feet long. Here's my sheet of acrylic. It's 3 foot by 3 foot. I'm going to cut it down to, I don't know, 22 inches or so. Something roughly 16 by 9 or 16 by 10 to match my current kind of computer setup. I decided not to go with end lighten because I wanted to save some money because I didn't know how much shipping was going to be. And it turns out that Industrial Paints and Plastics in Calgary actually stocks Evonic, which means I probably could have gotten end lighten from them without too much of a hassle. It's only a 2-hour drive up there, and I had a friend up there for something and just had him pick it up for me. So I'll cut that down. I still have to polish the edges because it was saw cut, but it's not too bad. 9mm thick, just I guess acrylite FF, 9mm, yeah, perfect for an FTIR setup. Cost me $160, I think. Yeah, so that's the main supplies. I don't believe I've missed anything. Oh yes, I have. One moment. Okay, and then the last, excuse me, the last piece of my setup will be my projector. I ended up going with a little mini DLP projector. I think I've heard people call them Pico projectors. This thing is tiny and awesome. It'll be perfect for me. For others it might not work so well. It's quite dim, especially compared to most normal LCD projectors. This is rated at 200 lumens, but it has a very clear image. It's called the BenQ Joy-B GP2. I guess it's the second version of this projector that came out. It's WXGA native resolution, so that's 1280 by 800, but it'll upscale as high as 1080p or 1080i, so you can push it beyond its native resolution, and it should maintain aspect ratio and all that kind of stuff. So it really is tiny. Look, that's my hand. It'll be perfect, short throw, all that kind of stuff, especially because I'll be working mostly in a dark environment with my table, which I'm going to integrate into my computer desk as a multi-touch surface for sound mixing, because I'm an audio guy. And the main reason I'm building this multi-touch table is because I don't see a reason to go out and spend thousands of dollars on MIDI control units for mixing, like a Mackie control or some of those nicer ones put out by Avid. I can't remember what they're called, but they're nice and you get nice tactile feedback. But if you start throwing in motorized faders that are electrostatic controlled so they know when you're touching them and all that, the price starts to rocket up really well. And any digital audio workstation software worth its salt has a mixer built into the software. Even Audacity has one, which is open source and kind of a bare bones sort of a suite. I figure instead of buying a control surface, why not have a multi-touch table to be able to mix tactile like with your hands, and I think that'd be really great. So we'll see how that works once I get this all up and running, and stay tuned. I'll put these up as I'm working when I get a chance. Sometimes hopefully I'll do some time lapses if it's convenient enough, and otherwise I'll try some stuff out and let you know of the result. So stay tuned.